Oedipus complex. A condition which denotes the emotions and ideas that the mind keeps in the unconscious via dynamic repression that concentrate upon a boy's desire to sexually possess his mother and kill his father. It's also a bitchin' name for a band.
Excellent!
Now, whether you're familiar with Freud and his psychosexual development model for children, more than likely you are familiar with Oedipus complex. You've probably heard it before in movies, TV shows, on the radio, in books. You've probably read about it. And basically what it comes down to is a son wanting to fuck his mother. Oh sure, the justifications and the reasons behind why they want to fuck mommy may vary, but the end result, somebody's fucking mommy. And so what does that have to do with the video? Well, pretty much everything, actually. This is Canadian Insanity, and today you're going to be meeting a person who fits that definition. She's both Canadian and she's insane. I'm talking about none other than Momma K. So we're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to fill you in on the backstory and who these people are and how I came across them. Prepare to have your minds blown. Like a gunshot to the head, this is going to absolutely stun the shit out of you. And it's a great thing about the internet. Sometimes crazy and a camcorder come together in just such a way that we get to watch it all unfold. So, here we go. Let's look at the backstory, who these people are, why they're relevant, what's important, what's going on here, and who the fuck is Momma K.
How do they taste?
Great.
Do they taste as good as the love I have for you?
Now, originally my plan for this video was to show a host of clips from a YouTube account called Life of a Great Mommy. This is Momma K's account, Catherine Marion. She's a Canadian resident who owned a YouTube channel that had upwards of about 500 videos. And boy, these videos were precious, let me tell you. They included all sorts of fun things, like naked bath time with her 13-year-old son, yelling at her dying grandmother in the hospital, feeding her son kelp noodles because he's a vegan boy, and my favorite, my personal favorite, sexy stripper dance for his Christmas present. And so sadly, this was ruined because a white knight decided to go and flag the shit out of the account thinking they were doing a good, and all they've done is take away all these glorious videos that Child Protective Services could have taken a look at, and we could have as well, but now they're gone because some asshole wanted to do right. Luckily, there are multiple accounts. She has multiple accounts out there, and some of these wondrous videos still exist. White Knights apparently haven't found them yet. So we're going to be analyzing them and talking about her. So let's get the facts out of the way real quick. Who is Momma K? Give me a little background on this psychotic bitch. Well, originally I'd come across her about a week ago on the internet. People were starting to talk about her. Somebody had posted a couple of her videos. This got everybody interested. And it went downhill from there. She is a single 50-year-old woman, 50-plus-year-old woman who is insane. And I don't use the word lightly. I mean, she really is insane. She, honest to God, she's insane. She is a vegan, a holistic healer. She does strip dancing and burlesque shows. She's also a prostitute. She lives with her 14-year-old son who was taken away from her twice by the Canadian Government Services because of allegations of sexual molestation. She had multiple videos up detailing every single fucking day that they lived together. If her sweet baby boy King Kalen took a poo-poo, Mommy was there to film it. If Mommy took a bath, he was there to film it. It is a sick relationship. Now, to understand Momma K, the first thing you really need to understand is that she is a hardcore vegan. A lifestyle she's imposed on her poor, innocent little boy. And if you take a look at Kalen, you can really see it. He's emaciated, he's underweight, he's pale, he looks sickly. He just doesn't look very happy. And can you blame him? Now, vegans are different than vegetarians, and she's, different than even normal vegans are. She is fucking hardcore parkour about this shit. Let's I want to show you a few videos of what this kid eats on a daily basis. And what you need to understand when you look at these two videos, these clips I'm about to show you, this is every day, all right? There's no break from this. This isn't once a week so we can be healthy, and then let's go have a hamburger tomorrow night. There's no pizza, there's no hamburger, there's no chicken, there's no fish. This is what this kid fucking eats every day.
Who could this be? Let's see that beautiful plate that's looking at me. Wow. Hold it up close to your beautiful chinny chin chin. Wow. Wow. Is this day 3 or 4, Kaylin?
Day 4.
fucking shit cakes and bean sprouts. That's what this kid eats every day. Shit cakes and bean sprouts. In fact, let's take a look at that. You know what? I'm just going to play this in the background as I talk, because just look at this. Are you seeing this? Look at this. I mean, at first you might think, oh, you know, that kind of looks like, you know, cake frosting. Maybe that's two kinds of cake frosting put together in some weird kind of cupcake homage, right? No, this is the stuff that you fertilize your garden with, and she thinks it's nutritious. This is what she feeds her kid every day. I mean, look at how horrible this looks. And you might be thinking, well, maybe the kid's so pale because they're filming this at night. No, the kid's that pale because all he's eating are shit cupcakes and fucking bean sprouts. And again, if Life of a Great Mommy, if that account was still up, you would have seen some real interesting videos about his culinary experiences. But this is the first facet of who Momma K is. She is a hardcore health nut. Up to a degree, we'll get to that later. But she runs her own website dedicated to this. She has multiple websites, but the main one that she wants to be known by, I guess, would be this. And just what is this? Well, this is Rawsome Chef. This is her website. This is a phrase she coined herself for a rawsome lifestyle of eating raw vegan food nonstop, nothing else. And here she promotes her different recipes and offers to give seminars and sell you different food products and recommend different food items and processors and all that fun shit. Basically, it's a scam. And what you're going to find out the more we look at her is she has many scams. Many scams to make money so she doesn't have to get off her ass and actually work. Because, oh, if she had to work, poor baby Kalen, well, he wouldn't be able to have a camera in his face every fucking hour of the day. And so you can just imagine, based on the videos we just saw of what Kalen eats on a daily basis, just how rawsome the meals that this lady cooks up are. Why, I'm getting hungry just thinking about this website. If I were bulimic or anorexic, I would probably go with her food choices because God knows I would be skinny as shit because I wouldn't eat, and if I did eat, I'd throw it right up.
Stop it then, turn it off. Turn it off, it looks so bad.
Now, as I had said earlier, she has multiple websites. She has a huge web presence. Aside from the Life of a Great Mommy and the multiple YouTube accounts, she has the Rawsome Chef. But she also has two other websites she runs about herself. The first is supernaturalwoman.com, and this one really is just another website where she basically shows off her lifestyle and all the great rawsome shit that she eats. Now, I've heard it suggested by a few people that she had a histrionic personality disorder, and that does seem to kind of fit, but she's so extreme. You know, her egocentrism, her selfishness, her mood swings, I mean, it goes right past what that would be. There's something seriously wrong with this woman. But I'm sorry, I'm getting a little off track. I'm getting ahead of myself. So like I said, she has supernaturalwoman.com, just another site to showcase her talents. But the real moneymaker, aside from the Rawsome Chef one, the one where she really gets her money, is CatherineTheGreat.com. Can you guess what CatherineTheGreat.com is about? If you said a prostitution service, you are correct. In fact, let's roll that video.
Sure, it's all fun and games until someone gets it in the eye. It all starts out quite innocently.
My RCMP Sergeant Marion, is there a Lauren Louch here? Excuse me, is there a Lauren Louch on the premises?
Guy's here.
May I see your ID, sir? May I see your ID?
Oh!
I want you to know that it's a bust and a big one.
Now, this shit is so bad, it's almost comical. It reminds me of a skit off of something like Reno 911. But what you're seeing right now is the burlesque show she offers, where she'll come in and strip for you. Oh, look at all those guys. They love this striptease. And on its surface, it may look innocent. You may think, okay, she does a burlesque show. You know, she's a woman of sophistication. How could that be terrible? Well, again, I'd have to go back to Life of a Great Mommy. Now, if that was up and running, there are a couple videos on there where she's talking about how she makes her money. And let's say she drops some oh-so-subtle hints about what she's really getting paid for. Things such as, oh, I just got $100 because a guy really liked my leg. Or my favorite was, oh, I gave somebody a private massage for 3 hours, and they decided to pay me a little extra. Now, it's pretty obvious what she's doing, and her videos and her blogs and her websites pretty much all hint at this. And you can even find some escort service ads from her if you do a Google search for Catherine the Great. You'll find shit, you know, Craigslist, back pages, that kind of stuff. where she's basically saying, I will suck your dick for money. And even when you look at Kaylin's YouTube page, because her son did have a YouTube page before she took it over, he had a couple videos on there where he was playing by himself around the age of 11 or 12 at about midnight because nobody was home because she was out doing a burlesque show. So this is her money-making ability. Such a talented woman. I don't know about you, but I sure as hell wouldn't want to pay, a couple $100 to have a 50-year-old woman come sit on my lap. That makes me want to vomit. So far we've seen really two facets of Momma K. We've seen her vegan insanity, the rawsome lifestyle. We've seen Catherine the Great and her prostitution abilities, burlesque shows. But what really caught people's attention, again, I have to go back to this, I don't mean to keep harping on it, but was the videos on Life of a Great Mommy. Alright, because these videos were fucking disturbing, and that's really kind of what started the shitstorm around this woman. These videos you'd see a lot of the time, and one thing you should know, all these videos I've shown you, except for the, the burlesque show one, obviously because that was done as a promotional piece for the website, but every other video is her and her son. If you see her on camera, it's her son filming. If you see him on camera, it's her filming. So a lot of these videos that were on her YouTube page were her in a bathtub naked, him filming, or him in a bubble bath and her filming. She'd, go into his room at night when he was sleeping and basically hover over him with a camera and just record for 5 minutes, whispering shit about how he's such her, she's her pretty boy. You're my pretty boy. King Kaylin's my pretty boy. Really, really creepy shit. And you get this vibe when you watch these videos that this woman is really, really unstable. She had a video up where she went to the hospital when her mother was dying, and the entire time she was there, she had a camera in her mother's face, and she kept yelling at her to scream. Now, all the other relatives in the room are like, my God, Mom's dying. And here she is, sitting on the bed with a camera about a few inches from this woman's face, telling her, scream for me, Mom, scream for me, as her mom moans and grumbles because she's in a hell of a lot of pain because she's pretty much on death's door. And then she had, other videos up talking about dirty uncles and all this. I mean, it really painted a picture of who this woman was and kind of why she behaved like she did. So maybe you're thinking to yourself right now after, what we've seen so far, well, she seems a little weird, but I don't really see what the problem is here. I don't see what the big deal is. So let's continue on. Let's look at more of Momma K and her pretty precious little King Kaylin. Now, as I said, she likes to have a web presence. She's everywhere on the internet. I don't know why, but that's just her thing. I guess if you don't work, you've got a lot of time to kill. And so where is she on the internet? Well, she runs a couple of blogs. Now, the first is hers. All right, she has her own blog where she rambles on at length about really crazy shit. The second one is a more interesting one. Now, the second one is her son's blog. And I'm doing air quotes here. You can't see it, obviously, but let's go take a look at it. We're going to read some of these blog entries because I think it's really going to start to show you just how fucking crazy this woman is. Now, remember, her son is 13 years old at the time these blogs are supposed to be written. So let's go read a few entries, and you tell me, does this sound like something a 13-year-old boy would write? Okay, first up, we've got Friday, August 27th, 2010, titled My Hair. Today, my hair was cut by 3 16-year-olds in an alleyway on my way to Healthy and Happy Living, the new organic store on Grainville. Anyways, when I was walking along the alley, a car drove by and then, about 1 minute later, 3 teenagers